beautiful Leo, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for January 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Leo, this is your monthly reading for January 2023. I can't believe we are here already, but we are. Now, January starts with a pretty slow pace, which will actually ease us into the new year gently. Capricorn energy does bring great focus, however, and really makes us power up into that energy of perseverance. It gives you time to reflect on the things that you've been building before charging forward. So the planets are actually in a better place as we start 2023. Jupiter remains direct until May of this year. Also, it promises better luck and amplifies passion for life, adventure, and all things exciting because it is in Aries, as well as inspiring you to embrace your confidence and your inner power. Now, the sun is actually in Aquarius from the 20th of January, and that gives more power to the people. So the collective, however, will feel a little bit more empowered as you move throughout the month and, of course, into February as well. Uranus does go direct at this time as well, so just be mindful that it brings major change because planet is the rebel planet of shocks and surprises. So whilst these changes can bring innovation and positive transitions, they may also feel a little bit uncomfortable at first. Ultimately, it breaks us free, though, from anything that's been restricting our path and our growth, so you can be true to yourself and rebel against any limitations. Look, you have the sun there as well, very positive energy. Now, I'm just going to go and get your overarching energy for the month, and then I will go into a Celtic cross just to see what you're leaving behind and what it is that you're embracing, okay? Now, also, just to let you know that at the end of the month, around about the 20th, that's when the year really kicks off, okay? Because Mars and Mercury, they go direct and they bring more clarity and a can-do attitude along with that zest for life. In particular, your 6th house is influencing you as we move into the month, and that is all about organization, okay? Your attention will be focused on your goals, both personal and health, and you'll also feel like connecting to projects that perhaps you've already got on the back burner. This is a time for strategy, strategizing new ways to work smarter, not harder, and actually decluttering your life as well. You may be focused on your duties, your everyday tasks, work if you are working. If you are retired, you may be focusing on projects that you've got on the go, or thinking about vacations or travel that you'd like to book for the rest of the year. Also, stress management will be at the fore in January as you start to really think about being better to your health and your mental health in particular, okay? And of course, exercise, better sleep patterns. You're going to be setting a lot of goals and intentions like every sign at the beginning of the year. Also, your 12th house is activated right at the end of the month, and that's all about your most sensitive part of your chart. So you'll have this quest for meaning. You'll really want to connect yourself on a deep level to things that matter rather than things that perhaps you've been using your energy on that really don't matter or have superficial influence in your life. You're going to be letting those things go. Also, this may be a difficult time at the end of the month for you because you'll be subconsciously going through your fears or failures. I would like to say perceived failures because there's no such thing as failure, only learning how to do it differently next time so that it works, okay? So I feel this is about you learning to let go of the power those experiences have had over you as we release those fears and move into much more positive energy. Now, your first card is the Judgment card, and this is about you focusing on your path. You're becoming clear on what you want, okay? And you're making choices that are based on your higher self. You're listening to your higher self as you move into January 2023 and beyond. This is a card of you focusing on your true prosperity path. Some of you may be weighing up what's important to you, as I said there. You're really connecting to your true goals. And the Judgment card often indicates you're leaving your old life behind, okay? It is an indication that whatever does not serve you anymore, you're leaving it firmly in 2022. I feel like 2022 has been a very difficult year in some areas of your life, and I feel like you're releasing that hold that it had over you as well, okay? Now, the Judgment card is your call to your true prosperity or true meaning. So a lot of you are focusing on what you want to accomplish in the year of 2023. So you're going to set a lot of intentions. And this card is really about setting those intentions and making the choices that are right for you in order to move forward and accomplish whatever it is you set out to do, okay? This is also a card of being at a crossroads, a fork in a road, where you have to make some difficult decisions to release things that perhaps have been negative experiences in your life that have played out in a cycle. So it could be that you have a toxic ex, for example, that sometimes you think about what they're up to, or they reach out to you. It could also be toxic food that you eat that's not healthy for your body. You're deciding to implement better eating habits, healthcare routines. You're releasing the negative in order to embrace the positive. That's what this card literally means, okay? Now, we've got the hierophant here. So this is in the resistance position. So when I get this card, my beautiful Leo, this is about rebellion in this position. This is about you doing things differently. You don't want to do it the way everybody else does it because you're different, okay? But it's also important to recognize where someone has accomplished something that you're trying to accomplish. You can actually notice what they do and sort of see their blueprint, as it were, and then put your own original spark on it, your own unique stamp of what it means to be Leo on whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. Also, the Hierophant indicates if you've been disconnected slightly from source in some way, or you've stopped implementing some sort of sensitive self-care routine or even a spiritual practice like meditation, I feel like you're connecting more to those things as you move through the month, okay? Also, if you are someone who is in the working environment, and you're connected to your career, because this is a very strong career sector energy coming through. I feel like people in power are starting to notice your talents, your skills, and they want to elevate you. So even if you work for yourself, there may be a brand or a company that really wants to associate themselves with you, or it could be that you're going to get really lucrative clients that bring in a lot more work. I get this energy of you looking forward and really connecting to success. And you're hitting the ground running, shall we say, in the month of January. It's almost like you're setting the precedents for the rest of the year, and it's very, very successful. You're coming into your own. Also, I feel like you are easing yourself into the year as well. Now, they're giving me more energy about the Hierophant. This is about spiritual practices. So I feel like you are going to connect also on that deeper level. Some of you may be thinking about putting yourself on a retreat, a spiritual retreat at some point in the year. I don't feel like it's going to be January, but some of you may be detoxing in January, but I get there's something further afield in the year that you may think about putting yourself on. I mean, it could be a course of learning online. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. Or it could be a physical journey that you'll take in 2023. Now, I will be doing a yearly reading for all of the signs in the next couple of days, but this is your January. But I feel like this is something perhaps you're thinking about. Also, with the Hierophant, this connects to your 12th house, okay, which is about your most sensitive part of your chart. So show compassion for yourself as you ease throughout the rest of the month, because at the end of the month, that's when fears start to rise. We start to look at the new year with hope and excitement, and then as we get to the end of January, collectively we all start to think, oh, it's just it's the same old, just another different year. But I feel this one's going to be different for you, and it's going to be much more positive, okay? Now, I've only picked up the energy from now till March, So I will be going a little bit deeper when I go into your yearly readings. But what I can feel for the collective is from January through to March, just because of the planetary alignment, it's going to be a much more positive time than it has been for a while, okay? But then the energy changes, so we'll see what's on the other side when I do the yearlies. But the outcome energy is the sun. Now, this is you, my beautiful Leo. This is you having that warmth, shining your wonderful light. This is a card of success, abundance, and, you know, it being a very positive month for you overall. There's going to be a lot of questioning this month for you in January, of course, but I feel like you find the answers that you seek, and the sun represents, you know, positive outcome. It also indicates improvements and things that you've already connected to that you've been really trying to establish or grow or, you know, finalize, tie up loose ends. I feel like you're definitely going to come towards some sort of successful climax with that as well. Whatever it is you're building is what they're showing me is going to come to the fore, and it's going to be a very positive time. Also, relationships flourishing between people in your life. I feel like it's a much more positive energy, and you connect to them on a deeper level. But the Sun card is about you coming into your own. Okay, I really feel like this is your year, and I know every sign says that every year, but I really feel like this is your year to focus on the tasks that you've set yourself and accomplish the goals. Now, this is just January alone, and it is a very positive month for you. I'm going to go and do a Celtic cross just to go a little bit deeper and see what is coming towards you, what you're leaving behind. Four of Pentacles, you're starting the year on a very secure note. Okay, and you're letting go of things that have been holding on or holding on to you or holding you back. Let me see what else is coming there. Yeah, Page of Wands. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? Can you show them what they're meant to see for the month of January 2023? January 2023. Can you please show them what they are meant to see for January 2023? The Hierophant is really showing up for you again from a very important position, which indicates that things like law of attraction, the power of the mind, is really going to help you become very financially stable and secure, but also help you accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. Because remember, what you see in the mind, you can have in the hand. It's so important. Everything that has ever been experienced when it comes to things being created, the power of the mind. This is about not letting fear or difficulty rule you, is what I see here. They just want me to go one more. 4 for 4. I don't really quite understand. Okay. Ace of Swords. Okay, there's something here you've been having difficulty with, something that you've been really wrestling with. I feel like you find your eureka moment in January, okay? Something that perhaps you've been holding back on. Now showing me that you find clarity, and I just see a lot of questions, a lot of answers occurring here. So it's almost like if you wonder about something and it's been bothering you for a bit, by the end of January, you've got the answer that you seek and you're able to move on from it, okay? Now let's go through each card. I feel like you are very secure. I do see a little bit of worry about money here, though, so I'm just going to go through that. But I feel here that you're in control and you find a way to, it's almost like you find a breakthrough in order to help you financially if you've been struggling with finances. But we've got the 4 of Pentacles here. Now the 4 of Pentacles is all about stability. It is about you. This is your protagonist energy. You're starting the month on a very secure foundation. And the 4 of Pentacles is also a card of ownership. You're taking ownership of your journey. You're making decisions that are going to benefit you as you move throughout the year. The 4 of Pentacles also indicates that perhaps you've been doing a lot of saving. And I do see here that there's a big purchase that you're trying to save for. Some of you may be waiting for the sales in order to do that. What I do see is that whilst there will be a little bit of a decrease in whatever it is you're trying to buy here, it's not going to be as much as you hoped. Okay, I do see that happening here for you. So if you've been saving for a big purchase, as I said, because we got the hangman here, which is waiting. You're waiting for something. it's not going to be, it'll come down in price, but not as much as you hoped, okay? Now, the Four of Pentacles is really about, it can ground us. It's like you're starting the month really grounded, like, who am I? What do I want? Am I on the right path? What am I choosing for 2023 as my goal? Is it something that matters to me? And I feel like you're really holding on to something that perhaps is actually going to bring a lot of longevity, a lot of positivity, a lot of success. Some of you may be trying to buy a home and waiting for real estate to come down in price, or waiting for interest rates to come up or down in fluctuations. I definitely get this energy. If you're trying to sell your home as well, I feel like it's all about timing. Now, my readings are not normally about real estate. They pop up occasionally, but I just get this sense that some of you may be looking at that. That's very strong energy that's coming through. But I feel you're holding on to what you've already worked so hard for, and you're starting January off on a really positive note, okay? Now, what's crossing you? The Hangman. Now, what's important about this Hangman energy, as you can see there, is the month starts off quite slow, and it may make you feel a little bit frustrated. And some of you may be looking back at 2022 and the missed opportunities that you've had. Your guides want you to be aware that, there's actually new energy for you in 2023 that takes you so far away from the struggle of 2022. It's going to be unreal. I mean, we've got the Ten of Wands here, which is external environment. So I feel like you have struggled, and you're trying to be hopeful about 2023, but you're a bit hesitant about what it has on offer for you, because you can see things like world events changing around you, but also you can see that although after the cusp of 2022 into 2023, the hope that it brings, I feel like part of you is a little bit, now don't shoot the messenger when I say this, my beautiful Leo, I just get this energy of feeling a little bit jaded, a little bit exhausted, that even though you're moving into 2023, you're like, okay, what's going to change? How can this change? It just seems to be the same old thing, but with new goals, new intentions. But with the Hangman, and I'm going to pull a quick card on this for you, I get that you see things suddenly from this new perspective, and all the sacrifices that you've made in 2022 and all the difficulties that you've had have really set you up for 2023 in a really positive way, because now you can hit the ground running, and I feel you get to explore new territory. You get to be really bold this year, whereas perhaps last year you could not be that bold. Okay, so for example, if you're trying to get a new job, or you're trying to set something up or launch something, perhaps 2022 was the year where you were like finalizing things. Everything was coming together. You were putting all your ducks in a row, as it were, before you actually launch something, or you do something that's really exciting. So I feel almost like 2022, it was a struggle because it was a preparation year for you for what you're about to achieve and accomplish in 2023. And January kind of is like an indication for you that it will be all change in the most positive sense, okay? What is below you? Now I want to pull a card on that Hangman for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please clarify this Hangman energy for my beautiful Leo? King of Cups. King of Cups is about doing stuff with your heart. It's about mastering your craft, doing something that you love that may have been difficult to get to the position that you're at right now, but it was worth it, okay? So whilst you've been in this limbo position, I feel like you're connecting to the bigger journey. You're connecting to your sense of what you love, okay? Some of you may have been trying to launch your own business, or some of you have ideas of doing that in 2023. Some of you may have already done that, and you're coming into your own in 2023, where there's a lot more success, and January starts to show you that it was worth it. Some of you may also, when it comes to love, you may have been feeling that, because I'm picking up this energy of love now, and there's the Page of Cups. Some of you may have felt like you're still waiting for love. And whilst, career or projects or keeping yourself busy day to day is important, your heart is still yearning for a love. And Page of Cups signifies that there is new love on the horizon for you, but you've waited so long that you may be having a real test of faith when it comes to waiting for the one. Everything happens in divine timing, but I feel your promise to yourself this year is to get out there, no matter how difficult it is, in order to find a way to connect to people that resonate with your heart. Some of you may have already decided that you want to get out there and date again, or you're putting yourself out there in situations where you can meet new energy. Page of Cups basically means you following your heart, following your bliss that will lead you to something that resonates with your heart. That's at grassroots. But in terms of a romantic sense, there is an offer of love coming on in, and this is a healthy love. This is someone who knows what they want. This is someone who knows that they want a relationship that is long term. They're not going to mess you about or lead you down the garden path or leave you hanging. I get this is someone who is emotionally available for love. Okay, so if you are looking for love, I feel like there is a potential for you to meet somebody, but it will not be until we got the cusp into February. Okay, I want you to be aware of that. I feel like you're still waiting. If you're still waiting for love, the cusp, January into February, that's when you start to meet new energy, and there is someone on the horizon for love. Okay, now this reading really isn't just about love. I feel it's about you following your heart and having to wait for something to come to some sort of formation before you could launch it or before you could actualize it. Okay, you may have already set something up and you're just waiting for it to grow, and you will see that growth even starting in the month of January. Okay, now what is below you? We've got the Page of Wands. You're so ready for this new year. You're ready for new energy. You're ready for success, adventure. The Page of Wands is a card of being bold, coming out of your comfort zone in order to make things happen, basically. Now you've got a lot of wonderful visions, incredible ideas, and I see you being very productive and very creative in the month of January I keep getting this energy of things that are in your mind showing up in your present world. And it's like they materialize on the physical plane. Okay, so really pay close attention to your visions, your ideas, your thoughts, because that positive energy is actually making it happen in real time for you. Okay, now also Page of Wands is you exploring new territory. Okay, so doing things differently this year. Now that could be diet wise, it could be sleep patterns, it could be relationships, it could be work, projects, travel. You're just doing things differently. I feel like you're bored of the way things have been, and I feel right now you're looking for a challenge in a positive sense. Things that excite you can be challenging. Things that are difficult are also challenging. You don't want the difficult challenges. You're wanting to have a little more excitement in your world. You want things to be different. And I see you looking at how will 2023 be different for me? And part of you has an approach to the year where it's like, you know what, it's probably going to be the same old thing. But actually, it's not. Your guides want you to look back on 2022, compare it to 2020, 2021, and how, yes, there has been difficulties, but there's also been progression. And you've been strong enough to get to this point right now. You're moving out of difficulty. That is the potential here. You're moving out of difficulty. You've got the Six of Swords here. So in the past position, we got the Seven of Cups. You've made some decisions in December 2022, or maybe even before that, where you just need change. Some of you may be reshuffling or revamping, reimagining the goals that you had, because we had that influence at the end of December, where we start to reactualize what it is we want. As you can see here, there's one cup there that's really like highlighted, and it's got a mushroom in it. I hope you can see that on the camera there. Okay, it's right at the top. Now, mushrooms, they tend to have a lot of growth. They grow in the dark. Okay, so I feel like if you've been going through a very difficult period, you've gone through a major period of self-reflection and personal development and growth during that time. It's made you stronger, but it's also made you bolder to want to get out there and accomplish whatever it is that you're trying to set as your target. And with the Ace of Swords there, you're having a real breakthrough and you are reaching your target. Okay, they keep giving me this because I'm scrying in the water at the same time as doing your reading, and what they're giving me is 4 for 4. 4 for 4. Now I thought it meant that they wanted 4 cards at the end because you've started with the 4 of Pentacles, but they asked me to go one more on your card, so it's not that, but they keep giving me 4 for 4. So I don't know what that means. I mean, it could be 4 by 4 or 4 for 4. maybe you've got 4 goals that you've really, like big ones that you've got set for yourself. It could mean that you're going to hit every one of those out of the park. You're going to hit your target. Okay, but they keep giving me 4 for 4. So it may not mean anything in this moment, but in the next 4 to 5 weeks, you may suddenly realize what 4 for 4 means for you, and it applies to your situation. So just keep it in mind, bubbling away there, because I can't tell from the energy. Well, they're actually showing me a victory wreath in the water. Well, it's a wreath is what they're showing me in the water. So whenever you see wreaths in, they tend to be in cards that bring success. So as you can see, like a laurel wreath, right? Ace of Swords actually has some of the laurel wreath hanging from the crown, but they're showing me a full laurel wreath. Now this could be something you've just bought, or it could be something that you will see over the next 4 to 5 weeks, but it signifies symbolically success and a breakthrough, okay? And it's based on the decisions that you have made in the month of December and beyond, before you even came into 2023. I just see this year as being different for you, okay? Really different. Now, what is a potential position? We got the 6 of Swords. Now, the 6 of Swords is a real journey of discovery, okay? You've been tested and you've passed a lot of the tests. I feel like you've passed every test with flying colors, and it has been difficult, okay? But January 2023 sees a release of that difficulty. Things start to get easier. And I mean, life is challenging enough as it is. It's all about ups and downs. You know, I'm not going to tell you any different, because that's just the way it is. I'm always going to be honest with you and say, sometimes you're going to feel like you're winning, sometimes you're going to feel like you're losing, and sometimes you don't know which way is up. That's just going to be life, okay? But I feel that you've got to such a position now that when you experience difficulty, you have such a brilliant mind that suddenly you just know the answer to a problem, and you're being able to refocus yourself and meet your challenges head on and accomplish even more than before. It's almost like every difficulty has led you to this moment, because when we get difficulties, it's often preparing us for success, okay? Whenever you get the 5 of Wands, of course, is, you know, challenge, struggle. You got the 6 of Wands, which is success. So there's always the next stage. After difficulty, there tends to be abundance, okay? And I feel like you've had a difficult period, and the 6 of Swords indicates that your guides are actually bringing you out of difficult waters into something calmer. You're experiencing new lands. You're doing something that you've not done before, which brings a lot of clarity and a lot of peace. Now, some of you may actually be taking on a new project. Well, they keep giving me 4 for 4, so perhaps you've got 4 things, as I said, you want to accomplish. You've written a list, perhaps. The Page of Wands indicates new project or new job. So some of you may actually open yourself up to something more creative this year. It starts in January. It could be with an idea. It could even be that you've seen a video online of how to make more money, or how to use your artistic creative flair in order to do something that you love doing. The Page of Wands indicates you're going to explore it. You're going to learn more about it, and you're going to be bold enough to make it happen, okay? This card is about you coming out of comfort zones and making things happen. And that's what's going to start your year off to something really special. 6 of Swords indicates that Spirit is on your side, okay? Also, 6 of Swords indicates that some of you may even connect to travel plans. Some of you may be actually traveling in December. Well, you may have planned it in December, but you may be actually traveling in January. But I get this energy of you looking at future travel. So some of you may be saving up for a large holiday, for example, something that you've always dreamed of doing. So with that 6 of Swords, you will make it happen, okay? But you won't forget what has gone before, because they're really highlighting here that ribbon tied around the sword. It's like, don't forget the difficult journey you've had, but it's made you strong enough to move forward, move past it, and your guides are now bringing you to much more calmer waters, a much more peaceful mind. This card also connects to managing your stress levels, okay? We've all got stress levels at some point because we get triggered by things that really mean something to us. So it's important to realize to take a step back from anything that's triggering you and ask yourself why, and what power will it have over you in the next 4 to 5 years? And if the answer is it has no power, then why are you letting it affect your energy right in this moment? So for example, whenever you're driving on the highway and someone cuts you up, of course it's annoying and it's dangerous, right? So you get frustrated, you get angry, but in that moment it's like, okay, I'm just going to keep my eye on that person and make sure they don't do that again. I'm going to hang back perhaps a little bit or change lanes, but I'm not going to let that person's energy affect my energy, because in 5 years' time, I probably won't remember this moment. So it's important to manage the things that are important and the triggers that we, tend to experience sometimes. When you're trying to be really positive and approach the new year with that wonderful new energy, and then suddenly you get ground down back to the point where you felt like you're at the previous year. I just feel a little bit of that coming through in your reading, okay? But I see you overcoming it. Now, we do have a hierophant here, which is important, and we have a 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is in the near future. The 6 of Cups at grassroots indicates an offer is coming on in from the universe, a gift, something that perhaps you've been longing for, something that you've been trying to either accomplish or you've been yearning for, because the 6 of Cups is an offer of something that you will love. Okay, that's what at grassroots it means. It basically means the universe is being generous. It is offering you something that perhaps will make you feel like your heart swelling with joy. So very positive months for offers coming on in. Now, this could be a new job. If you put your resume out there, there could be a new project in the works. If you're retired, it could be that suddenly you are compelled to take up a new hobby or explore a new way of living, for example, and you are actually really inspired by it, and it actually leads you to wonderful new experiences, like new people, new energy, new places. I definitely get this really positive energy coming through. Some of you may even be, because I'm seeing an invitation in the water right now, some of you may even get an invitation to a reunion. Okay, because the 6 of Cups is about nostalgia as well. So some of you may get an invitation from someone from a past to reunite. It could even be like a college reunion or things like that. But there's this feeling of love in January 2023. I want you to be aware there's this feeling of love all about you in January. Okay, now 6 of Cups, definitely an offer coming on in to do something that you love. I'm just getting this energy of a gift coming through, a gift. Now this has happened before. When I've got this energy of a gift, I get the word cadeau, okay? Cadeau. Cadeau, I'm probably saying this wrong because they just showed me in the water. I can spell it for you. I think it was really cloudy, but I'll try and spell it for you. C-A-D-E-A-U-X, I think it is, cadeau. I think it's French for actual. I think it's actually French for gift. But it's gone a little bit muddy at the end, so I'm kind of guessing that it's E-A-U-X, but it may not be. The words, the letters may be a little bit, cloudy. Anyway, I'll just leave that. But so it could be that you're thinking about connecting to France in some way, or you're from France, or perhaps someone actually gifts you something from France, or even someone just gives you a gift and calls it a cadeau, as in something, like a little jokey offering. Just watch out for that word cadeau, which is French, I think it is, for gift, because you're going to be gifted. Often this card connects to a gift from the universe. The universe bestows something on you that your heart will swell with joy. Okay. Now also there is an energy here of, and I'm going to pull a quick card on it. This card can connect to people from the past reaching out. And it can be a friend that you haven't seen for a while. So you may have people that have been thinking about you. But I just want to see how you feel about this person, or this, because I'm picking up on somebody that you have not heard from in a long time reaching out. The Moon card, and oh my gosh, I mean, you're getting the same card, 6 of Cups. Your guides will give you the exact same message. The Moon card indicates that you or they may have hidden feelings for you, okay? Because it can be a gift of love. Someone from the past has feelings for you, but you may be unsure about how you really feel about this person. Some of you may not want to cross a friendship divide or barrier or boundary, but I feel like This may be someone, I'll go one more. This may be someone who, there was feelings there. Yeah, it's a friend. We got, they want to reunite with you. Okay, but you're a little bit conflicted about something here with this person. Now, this may be someone that you fell out with. Could even be a family member that you haven't heard from a while. Okay, they want to meet up. I feel like they want to make peace. Bygones be bygones is what I feel. I feel this person wants to what I get here, if it's romantic, this person has hidden feelings for you, okay? If it's someone that you used to have a frizz-on with in the past, they're definitely hiding deeper feelings and they want to connect with you. They may ask to meet up. But if it's like a family member or it's someone like a friend that you lost touch with, or, you know, this person, I mean, I'm even getting this energy, and this is not going to resonate for everyone. There's an energy here of someone putting themselves on some sort of course of learning and reuniting with a friend on this course. Like this, it's almost like you and this friend, unbeknownst to yourselves, have booked this hobby or course or something, and you meet at this, and it's like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in so long, and you're both brought back together. Okay, that's not going to resonate for everyone, but I'm picking that up for somebody out there. Okay, they're giving me a song right now. Okay, round, round, baby, round, round, like a record. Now, this song has come up before, which normally indicates an ex as well, coming back around. Okay, I think it's by the Sugar Babes. That was a song, you know, came up, I think it came up either last year, at the beginning of last year, for some sign. Maybe you've even got an ex or someone from your life who tends to resurface at the beginning of a year. So please take it as it resonates. I mean, that song may even be relevant because it plays after this reading, or you'll hear that song in the next 4 to 5 weeks that signifies someone from your past reaching out. It's something that you're in a cycle with. Maybe it's a cycle that you're actually trying to leave behind as well. So watch out for that. Now, your advice to yourself in this moment is the hierophant. So your spiritual quest for meaning. Okay, only connecting to things that you feel connects to your higher self, to your higher wisdom. So you're releasing any toxic relationships, friendships, experiences. I feel like you're really taking control of what you want and who you are, my beautiful Leo. Also, for some of you, I see a desire to meet love, to marry and settle down. And I feel like emotionally you are ready to do that. I see you finding a spark between you and somebody new. And it may even happen, as I said, on that cusp between January into February, okay? Someone who's got very strong fire in their chart. So they could even be another Leo. Could be Sag, Aries energy as well. Doesn't have to be sun, moon, or rising, but they've got a lot of fire in their chart. They're very passionate. They have a lot of adventure in their soul. So if you are looking for love, there is a potential for that. But I actually get you, my beautiful Leo, having this quest for adventure. It's like this year, things are going to be different. This year, as much as your finances will take you, I feel like you're thinking more about experiences, wanting to travel more, or wanting to get out there and have more excitement, wanting to put your self-care routines first. I feel like you're doing you this year more than you've ever done, even though in the past you have been looking after yourself, and I feel like you've been working really hard and struggled really hard last year. I feel this year you're like, okay, this year is all about me, and it's not in a egotistical way. It's about your experience here on this earthly plane, and you looking at life and wanting to do things differently so that you bring more enjoyment, more pleasure into your life, and you're being bold. You're having the confidence to say, you know what, if I see someone that I have a spark with, I'm going to tell them, you know, I'm going to let them know, hey, you want to go out for a drink on Friday, or you want to go to an art gallery, there's this incredible exhibition, I'm looking for someone to come with me, maybe you'd love to come. I feel like you're being bold, because life's too short not to be. You know, the answer that can be, that's negative, can only be a no, right? They're showing me someone in the water. It was a teacher of mine many years ago, when, you know, about 1 million years ago when I was a child. And that teacher basically wrote in a book for me about the word no, okay? learn to enjoy the word no, because it just releases you from something that perhaps you yearned for. And no is not a scary word. It's just an affirmation of that person saying, this is not something for me. And it's, rejection is not something to fear. It is something to allow yourself to move on to the next. It is redirection. Rejection is protection and redirection. So, having confidence to go up to somebody and say, hey, I'm really kind of interested in you. You wouldn't say it like that, obviously, otherwise they'd run away. Find a better way to a more eloquent way to ask someone out. But I get this energy of you really deciding that you're going to take the ownership this year and be bold to go after what you want, whether it's in career, whether it's in love, whether it's in travel, whether it's in projects, whether it's in personal development. You're having the courage to attack 2023 like you've never done before. So I really feel this empowerment. Now, the external circumstances, the Ten of Wands. I'm not going to lie to you. We all know it's difficult out there. Ten of Wands, you may even be approaching the year like you're ready to go, but you still feel that exhaustion of 2022. It's almost like, when you've been on the go so much, and then suddenly you take a pause and you stop and you're like, okay, I'm going to take a break. And then you get floored. You get a seasonal bug. You get, and you're like, oh, just when I take a break, I'm unwell. Or just when I take a break, I just feel exhausted and I sleep through the whole thing. I feel like January at the beginning is a little bit like that for you, where you're like easing yourself into the new year. And at the same time, you're like, I'm so exhausted. How is this going to be different? But towards the end of the end of the month, you're going to be really energized and raring to go and excited to make this your year. The Ten of Wands indicates you've been very, very strong. You've learned to be strong because of you've been tested. Okay, and that Ten of Wands indicates you're about to set this heavy load down. See, the house is right there. The wands, this figure is about to set those wands down at the house and start anew. When you get to the Ten of Wands stage, it means there's new start, okay? So you are ready for this new year. Yes, it's been difficult to get here, but you're ready to take it on, okay? And look, you got the Strength card. The strength to move through any struggle. Also, the Strength card indicates self-love, compassion, self-respect. It's all about you, Leo, okay? And I feel you're being daring. That figure is literally putting their hand in the lion's mouth. So you are being bolder than ever before. And yes, it may feel like it's going to be a big old task, but you're going to enjoy every second of it, okay? Oh my gosh. I mean, you watch me shuffle the cards, my beautiful Leo. My guides give you exactly the cards you're meant to see. I mean, this is the second time it's happened, okay? Ten of Wands. They mean what they said. Just like the Six of Cups, they mean what they said. Yes, it is difficult, but you have the strength to overcome any of those difficulties, okay? I hope you can see that on camera. As you can see, I've gone to my folks for a little while, so I will be back in my usual surroundings around about mid-January, but I have to help out here for a little while, so that's why I'm here. But that Ten of Wands, whatever comes your way, you're strong enough to take it face on, okay? So know that you've got that resilience, that determination, and that know-how. We got the Nine of Pentacles here. This is a hope and a fear position. Some of you, I feel like you're really making sure that you do not connect to workaholic mode in 2023. I feel like you are trying to think more about working smarter, not harder, okay, with this card. Also with the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like you've been trying to put yourself in a very good position in terms of savings, and you're really looking at reciprocity. You're only going to give out some of your energy that you feel people deserve it, and the rest you're conserving for yourself, okay? Again, it's not an egotistical viewpoint. It's more that you are in self-preservation mode, and it keeps you free. Free from attachment, free from toxic energy, free from things that no longer serve you. Nine of Pentacles indicates that this year you are hoping to be more self-sufficient financially, have a little bit more financial freedom. So I really see that you're cutting back on spending. You're really budgeting very strongly in the month of January. I feel like you're setting the precedence, as I said, for the rest of the year. This January is almost like the blueprint for you for the rest of the year. So I see you being more financially savvy, cutting back in areas where there's been excess, and I really feel like you've got control. The fear here, though, is of course finances. When you get a Nine of Pentacles in this position, it does indicate that you may be worried about not having enough money or not having enough financial freedom. So I will pull a card there for you just to see what's going on. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What do they need to know? We got the King of Cups and we got the Four of Pentacles, okay? Do what you do with your heart. Follow your heart, okay? You put yourself in a really good position. And we got the Four of Pentacles here as well, which indicates you are financially secure. You've built a solid financial foundation, okay? But I really feel this is like hold things that are in your heart, hold them dear and follow that energy, because your heart will never lead you astray, okay? The heart wants what the heart wants. And even if you choose the safe bet, you'll always come full circle right back to the thing you wanted in the first place, okay? Whether that's in love, whether that's in career, whether that's in personal decisions. If you want something, if this represents what you want with your heart, your whole heart and soul, and you're like, okay, but it's risky. It's risky to go for that. Maybe I'll go for the safe option. You go for the safe option, you feel unfulfilled. Eventually you're like, I settled. I'm not happy with that. So you come full circle right back to where your heart led you in the first place. So always follow your heart, because it will never lead you astray. It may be difficult to get to where you want to go, but you'll always get where you want to get to, and it will feel fulfilling emotionally. And that's, what's most important about your journey. Now the outcome here, we've got a mixed bag, okay? We've got a Three of Swords. Three of Swords represents difficulty. Some of you may be healing from some sort of heartbreak or some sort of painful experience. Some of you may be grieving, okay? But they are indicating that whatever it is you're going through, because we've got a Five of Pentacles there as well, we've got an Ace of Swords, I feel you will find strength and clarity in this moment to overcome those difficulties, okay? So yes, it's been difficult, and yes, you may have felt stuck. But as you can see with an Eight of Swords is such an important card, because it indicates you tapping into your intuition to find an alternative way, a way to instinctively guide you out of difficulty and into accomplishment and success. The Eight of Swords also indicates that this figure it's almost like she perceives that there is threat in this situation. But if she took off the blindfold, the history of the card is she could take off her blindfold and see that the swords are all pointed down. There's no threat here, only protection. So it's very important to realize that, as you can see, all the pools of water, they're not rising. So anything that is emotionally making you feel anxious, or you've had a lot of anxiety about, or you felt it's been very difficult, I feel like you're being taught to intuitively navigate yourself out of difficulty. Your guides are with you as well, but the Eight of Swords is asking you, it's almost like coming back to the hangman energy. Find a new perspective. Look at it from a different angle, and you'll manage your stress levels. You'll see that there is an alternative way to overcome the difficulty, okay? We've got the Magician card. Your thoughts are becoming things. This is a card of the power of your mind being so potent in the month of January that if you allow yourself to remain stuck in fear and anxiety, then of course there will be no progress. But if you release yourself from it, because the Eight of Swords represents release, using intuition to see what perhaps is not physically there, but can be sometimes mentally holding us back, and release yourself from that difficulty and find your power. A lot of you are going to be very productive and creative. You've got a lot of talent, a lot of creative gifts, and I feel like some of you will be tapping into a gift that you didn't even realize you had. Some of you, I mean, Leo, you tend to be very good with people. You may not want to be around people all the time, but you have a natural shine inside you, a natural inner light, and it's really good at connecting people to each other. So you may find things within you, gifts within you, your traits, your natural born traits that will help you in areas of your life, but you haven't actually tapped into those areas yet. So some of you, for example, you may have always wanted to be very creative and set up your own creative business. So you may be actually launching something this year that is connected to a project that is very artistic, or allows you to express yourself in your own unique way. And you may have felt like you haven't been able to express yourself as much as you wanted in 2021 and 2022, but 2023 brings all the hidden to light, okay? There's a lot of influence from Pluto, so there's a lot of things that have been hidden come to light in this year in particular. 2023 is going to be quite, how can I say? It's going to be quite an explosive year for truths coming to light. But I feel in particular for you, my beautiful Leo, you're being really honest with yourself and noticing that sometimes you may have been very humble with your talents and, you know, almost brush them off. If someone said, oh, wow, Leo, you're really good at that. Sometimes you may have thought, oh, yeah, you know, I just enjoy it. It's fine. You know, this year, 2023, you're going to be like, you know what? I'm really great at this thing and I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do it. And I see so much success for you. I see so much clarity. I see you knowing the way. You start asking for answers. You start searching. You start January searching. You end with the Ace of Swords, finding clarity, having a breakthrough. Suddenly, all your ideas are coming to light. Suddenly, you're headed towards the direction of your dreams, your goals, and the things that you're wanting to accomplish. And the Magician tells me that you are so super talented. Everything that you have, that you want to accomplish is actually already in you. Okay, you've got those skills already to help you get to where you want to go. Also, the Magician is about focus. So I feel this year you're actually going to be more focused than you've ever been, and it brings a lot more success. Remember, the Magician card is about your thoughts. Whatever you visualize, it will show up for you on the physical plane, okay? And also remember about the law of attraction. When we ask the universe for something, we order it like we're in a restaurant, okay? And we give thanks and we're grateful. But if we all of a sudden the next day think, oh, well, it hasn't shown up now, so maybe it's not coming, okay? We start to put a little bit of negative vibes on it, so it slows it down a little bit. But if you, the third or fourth day or 3 or 4 weeks later, you ask the universe for it again, you're using different words and you may add something to it. So if you ask for, you know, I really want someone to love, someone who's kind, loving, caring, okay, and then it doesn't show up for a couple of weeks, and then you're like, dear universe, I really want someone who's super intelligent, who's kind, loving, really good looking, perhaps who lives in the area that I'm in right now. You're still wanting the same thing, but you've reordered, and the universe has to bring it back, as it were, to the kitchen and sort of make sure that they can bring you exactly what you asked for. So really get clear on what you want, write a list and look at the list. And then say out to the universe again if you want to. But trust the universe is bringing you what you truly desire. Now we do have a 5 of Pentacles here. And I've already expressed the energy that I'm getting from it, because this is about looking at our the things that we feel like we do not have. So our weaknesses, shall we say, looking at our weaknesses, looking back on the year that we've just had. You've got a 6 of Cups there, so it's looking back at 2022 and thinking of all the failures, thinking about, and that's what January really does for us all, okay? It does make us look back a little bit, especially your 12th house, and it makes us look at the experiences we've had that, you know, were really difficult and how you could overcome them this year. 5 of Pentacles is basically to not, how can I put that? Not draw attention to your weaknesses. So for example, if you're going to an interview for a new job, you know, you want to sell yourself to that person as to why you will be an asset. And you absolutely are an asset, my beautiful Leo. So it's important to recognize we all have flaws. We all have things that we doubt. We all have things that we fear within ourselves or doubt within ourselves. We all feel that we don't have that thing sometimes that perhaps other people have. Don't measure yourself against another person. It's important. You've come to this lifetime exactly who you are, and you've got everything within you to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. Whether you're working or whether you're retired, whatever your focus is, you will accomplish that thing. You don't lack anything. Okay, so I want you to be aware of that. Sometimes when we focus on the things that we lack, we bring more of that into our life. So it's really important to realize that. Okay, now I'm going to pull a card on the Five of Pentacles because it can also indicate two other things, and I'm picking up very briefly. Some of you may be a little bit unwell, have a seasonal cold or flu with the Five of Pentacles, but I feel like you're going to power on through and you're still going to remain focused. Okay. Don't let it get you down, of course. I'm sending you a huge hug out there. If you've had a bit of a break, a bit of a pause over the holiday season, and you've suddenly got a cold. I've already picked up on that energy already in the reading, but it's coming through again. But you will get through it, okay? I feel like, you'll break on through that. It'll be fine. Some of you, for example, if you've been unwell and you are waiting to hear about a procedure, or it's been delayed, I feel like you get an appointment for a procedure. You may get that appointment, either it's in January or you get the letter for the appointment in January. But I feel with the Six of Swords, okay, you will be guided out of difficulty. There will be peace of mind. And Ace of Swords is a breakthrough recovery energy as well. So I just want you to be aware of that. Let me just clarify this energy. Oh my gosh, we're getting the same cards again. Okay, I'm only reading the uprights in this deck, just so you're aware. The other energy I'm getting is some of you may be a little bit worried about finances as you start the year. You may be worrying about what the year ahead is going to bring for you in terms of finances. Now, they are showing me that there is a lot of movement. We got the Five of Wands there, which is struggle or something you've been training for. Okay, it will be worth it because, as you can see, we've got Three of Cups there, celebration. And we've got Six of Cups, which is the gift, the offer from the universe. So you may even get a hot tip about a job or an opportunity from a friend or someone that you haven't heard from in a while. But the Ten of Pentacles indicates that there is better financial opportunity as you move through January and into the rest of the year. Okay, and again, some of you may be trying to buy a large purchase. You'll pay a lot of money for it, but it's less than you're hoping for a deal. I keep getting this energy. You're hoping for a discount or a deal or a lower price. It will be a lower price, but not as much as you'd hoped for. I keep coming up with that. That energy keeps coming through. But Nine of Swords indicates lifestyle choices. Okay, so some of you, if you've been a little bit unwell, they're actually showing me the tummy area at the moment. So some of you may be actually restructuring your food. You may be cutting out things like gluten or dairy or things like that, because Nine of Swords is a card of lifestyle choices, and I'm clarifying the Five of Pentacles. So it can be that you may have to really change the way that you eat or the way that you exercise after an unwellness. But I feel like you'll be back to best is what I'm seeing here as well. Knight of Swords, movement. This is going to be a very quick year of opportunity, money, and connecting to people you haven't heard from in a while. Even if you haven't spoken to them for a year or 2 years, I feel like you're reconnecting and everything's very, very positive. I almost feel, my beautiful Leo, that you're getting back to who you were, because I feel like your wings almost have been clipped in the last couple of years, but I feel like you're getting back to who you were and getting back into the swing of being you. And we've also got an Ace of Swords here. Ace of Swords is clarity of mind. It is real breakthrough energy, and it is a spark of fate and destiny intervening to bring you the best opportunities that are available. Okay, as you can see, lots of new ideas. The crown chakra there has laurel wreaths over it. Also, you can see the mountain there. It represents you having ideas that help you out of struggle or help you out of difficulty or any obstacles. Suddenly, you just know what to do. Okay, so seeking answers, you will find these answers. Also, Ace of Swords indicates new conversations, new experiences, new projects. Everything is new for you. And I feel this year is such an exciting year. The things that are against you, I would say, because not everything can be positive, I feel like there may be moments of delay. okay? And sometimes there will be an opportunity that comes at you really quickly, and you may feel a little bit indecisive as to whether you will take it. But if you go with your gut instinct, you'll snap it up. There'll be no missed opportunities, okay? Because remember, whatever is meant for you will never pass you by. So I really want you to be aware of that. I'm just going to pull one more final card before I close on your reading. Thanks so much. Temperance, balance, whatever it is you're mixing up, you're blending, it's all going to come into fruition, okay? It will lead you to the path of the sun, okay? Your dreams will lead you to the happy spot, will lead you, and when I say dreams, I mean your goals, your aspirations, the things that you want to be connected to. I really feel like you're on target, okay, for creating something really special. And this is the foundation for the year for you. And I really feel like you're mixing something up that's going to be very peaceful, balanced, and as you can see, the third eye is really highlighted there, so your visions are coming to life. I also see that some of you may be developing your spiritual gifts on a deeper level this year, where you'll be more connected to source, and I actually see some of you having flashes of insight that come true. So watch out for visions that you may just have on the off chance, because you're actually bringing things to light, okay? Okay, your final card now is Humpback Whale, Singer. Okay, now when you get the Humpback Whale, whales, they're in water. Water is always connected to dreams, goals, aspirations. And I mean, as you can see, Singer there, that is really about your soul song, but it's also about raising your vibrations. Some of you, it may be a creative gift that you have, that it's untapped. But it says here, sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation will always guide you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. And that's literally what you're doing. Your first card says it there. You're aligning with your true purpose, your true prosperity, and you are actually connecting on a deeper level to everything that you want to bring into your life in this year, okay? It starts with January, and I feel by the full moon, I really feel that you will have some greater clarity than ever before. Also, this year is going to be pretty deep for you in a really positive sense. Emotionally, very, very deep for you in a very positive sense. And I keep getting this energy of someone having hidden feelings for you as well. So I will leave it there. I'm just going to go and get a trinket before we close the reading for you all. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have, I'm just going to pop that over there. We've got the angel there. Okay, now this may be a symbol, something that you will see over the next 4 to 5 weeks. I mean, it really connects to the, oh, that's the devil card. We don't want that card. This is the one I'm looking for. It really connects to the winged figure on the temperance card, okay? So all things in balance. Patience, of course, is important, but I feel this is more about you mixing things up to create something really special, being bold, coming out of a comfort zone, and I feel like you're being guided to safety in the month of January. I feel like you're coming out of troubled waters and you're coming into much more peaceful lands, exploring new things, and you're being guided. So listen to those hunches, listen to, you know, those ideas that come to you. They really are given to you for a reason to help you on your journey. Don't ignore anything that comes your way. No matter how silly or how crazy or how left field your ideas are, know that they're there for a reason. I'll leave it there, my beautiful Leo. I hope something resonates here for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Leo. Love and light.